What's that up the top there? I have just poisoned myself. The birds. Sava Creminence, number 72. I'm an orderly on quarantine duty. What are your instructions? Hmm. 72 quarantine sounds familiar. Okay. Cleared out the place like you ordered. Remember the size of the crowd that showed up yesterday? So the hospital's for the doctors, not the sick. What are you on about? I never said that. Basically, those who have the sand pest are beyond help. They're supposed to go to the general sick ward at the station to die. You had us give them morphine, laudanum, lead, and whatever eases their pain. The patients you wanted us to bring here, the red ones who hadn't died within 5 hours, could still walk. Right, listen up. From now on, kindly record everything I say verbatim to the letter. Is that clear? I'll be checking. Yes, okay, yeah, I get it. So, on the right is manic, and on the left is apathetic. I'm assuming. Oh god, it's moving. Hang on, I don't quite understand it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Or it won't. And that'll be fine. I'm here to raise a collective complaint, Doctor. These cloaks, they're very uncomfortable, sir. They make it hard to use your hands. Can't see a damn thing through this mask. Top of that, we're here to burn them. We have to burn them every night because each time we've been to an infected area. Starters, introduce yourself properly. Judas. Don't. Maccabeus. No number. I'm not some item you can use. What means my name to you, indeed? I can see you aspire to heroic deeds, Judas Maccabeus. Okay, I'm not sure that was totally useful. Right. TK Kin, number 28, started my shift at 10. What's the plan for today, Doctor? Doctor! It's the same plan we have every day. If effort goes towards the vaccine right now, we're going to identify the strain. Been catching those longs as you instructed. You know the rare cases where they get infected but resist the stand pest for a long time. We've got 3 again today, over there on the platform, the stage. The hell? I told you yesterday that they had to be kept separate. No contact between them. We'll do that after this. It can't be harder than quarantine. No contact between them. How was that unclear? Of course it was clear. Why wouldn't it be? What do we do with them now, though? Shall I take them away? It's better than nothing. Only barely. A tuft of wool off a useless sheep. Doctor, last night we had a chat among ourselves, and there's something we don't get. What's like the point of figuring out what those longs are sick with besides the sandpest? They're going to die anyway, either way. How does it help us figure out if they also have anemia, or, I don't know, measles, on top of the earthen plague, I mean? To make this as simple as possible, the body wages wars whenever there's disease. So what, I feel like some of these, you read your own replies and you get more information from that. To make this as simple as possible, the body wages wars. Whenever there's a disease, it sends its soldiers into battle. Sometimes those soldiers help fight other diseases along the way, including undiagnosed ones. Oh yeah, I forget. Time is against me. Patients must be questioned, examined, and their symptoms recorded in the case book. It's you.
Walk in front of a bull, behind a horse, or around a thief from any side.
You're a bit blurry, buddy, but I'll keep that in mind. Looks broken, Adam. Ooh, well, the miniscope's broke. What did you want with it, Barack? Made any major advances on the vaccine of yours, Onion? They say precision instruments help with that kind of thing. Major enough. As a matter of fact, I believe today's work could be decisive. Our situation every day is decisive, but so far, the days, not we, have been making all the decisions. Wordplay is not your strong suit, Barack. You should stick with quipping in your mother tongue. And add Ernie. Kurtene? Yes, that is much better. I've done the autopsies for you already. Numbers 1 and 3 had gunk in their lungs. Number 2 had it in her bronchia. Saying it's pulmonary now. I'm not saying it's anything. I do the cutting, you do the thinking, right? I have my own storyline where I'm going to do what I deem right, and you'll have only a small part to play. Of course you are, but you've... For your storyline, as you call it, you could spend your spare time working here. Though honestly, I'd advise you save those hours for sleep. Who are you? I know you. I know you. It's Yakov Little. Could it be yesterday's technique has proven to be the right one? As your assistant, it is my duty to inform you that you are among the recipients of yesterday's vaccine. There appears to be 0 mortality, that is to say, no notification so far. It's a real shame we can't put them under proper observation in the isolation ward. Would have simplified things a lot. While you were away, I tried my hand at diagnosing using your procedure. Did you? I am intrigued. So I noted down the symptoms using your approach. I crossed off the illnesses based on the principle of impossible combinations, but I didn't really get anywhere. You know, sometimes I try to think like you do, give it my best try, and that. I do this just to understand you just a little, and I fail every time. The way your head works is a complete mystery to me. Do you have amnesis? What does that word mean? Could you remind me? I don't think I can recall it. I'll say it again. Getting the patient's medical history or amnesis is your first priority. There's strictly 3 steps. Step 1, interviewing the patient. It always comes first. No matter how tongue-tied or confused they are, no matter how much they get wrong, the information is priceless. I read a couple of the reviews, and some of them mentioned Dr. House. Even if they are straight up lying, it is still important. Just like if you are an investigator or detective. Breaking into the house to try and find out what's wrong. We need more mouse bites. But I'm no Pinkerton, unlike you. Step 2, the exam. This part requires your utmost attention, and when we take note of anything suspicious, we do it in the context of the patient has told us. Any trifling body detail, a scratch, a bruise, a birthmark, might turn out to be important. Still, this requires experience. Everyone is built different. Step 3, he's not listening to you. If required, a careful inspection of the surroundings the patient's lived in, especially when you feel they're being coy, evasive, hiding something. In a word, lying. Reticence is never without a reason. That's when it becomes a good idea to go and inspect their home. Talk to your neighbours and family. It always adds to the picture. Do you understand? Sounds like a job for a sleuth, not a doctor. Every good doctor is a good sleuth, except the culprits we catch tend to be slyer and scarier. Okay. Casebook, John. Luta. She's a smoker. She has a fever. Icky. So I won't click on this yet. I'm assuming that once I figure out a diagnosis, I click on this. These are the symptoms, so we can add them, but he's put those two down. That's what I'm getting. Blank. There's Finch. 21. 33 married shopkeeper. Sure. 41 single dyer. Crude sprawl. Drinks in moderation. Flat. 47. Termitary guard. His weakness. I want the mind map. So even the reason to talk, apathy. Okay, I'm assuming my apathy is too high or too low or something, but I can't do anything for that. That just puts my mania up, or do I want... or am I too manic? Sorry, I'm completely stuck of reading this. Out scare... Okay. Clockwise increasing apathy. Yeah, sure. If it's like general how to play the game tips, I welcome them. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I can't seem to talk to them by now. Just that. Well, it looks like I'm in the middle there. Something's going on.
It was quiet in Thanatica. Don't want to hear this.
Okay, so apathy moves it left. Is it in the middle right now? Or is it far on the left? It's far left. Okay, no, it's far left. I get it, yeah. Okay. I need some mania drugs then. I might have to write these down at that point.
Thoughts galloping. Half a tone louder.
Healthy, just so you know, Don't have anything. Why did they bring you here then? I had a fever, that's why? Okay. I mean, this is Pathologic, so I might have to play this more than one time anyway. I had a fever, that's why. 2 days of it for no reason, but I'm better now. I had no scratches on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpaper scratches, no drought of the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fever? The house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent whenever there was space. Comfort is a luxury right now. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or cellar. Us were put in a boiler room. When it reached our street, they rounded up the whole caboodle of us, the isolation ward. Okay, I did punch a couple of things there. The boiler room, you say, was it turned on? Of course, the air was so stuffy in there. I can tell you, there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive in that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll still need to examine you. Please undress behind the screen. The patient must be examined and their symptoms added to the casebook. Open the casebook. This is also done during the examination. Very pale skin, rarely leaves the home. Not much time in the sun. Okay. Back. Arms. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something. Maybe it's the symptoms. I should ask where the bruises come from. Okay. Oh, hang on. There's a casebook. I should add hematoma to the casebook. Is that in here? Skin redness. Measles. Ooh. Oh, there's loads of things. Illness is in the heart section. Can I add that there or? Illness. And I have, so it could be one of these. This is interesting. I like this. Is there anything with both? No, that's interesting. So we need to explain one of them. Okay. Done with the exam. Can I go now? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen at the morgue. Hematomas. Okay. Then I clicked on the wrong thing there. I'll do everything in the last time, but if you say so, allow me to call my assistant in. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment. Called me Mr. Dankovsky. I'm here. I'm ready to heed. So, Mr. Little, we have patients here. She's claiming to be in good health, despite having a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Well, if she had a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this, the patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what's to come up during the exam, and the patient's circumstances in daily life. Questions. How do you connect the answer to a diagnosis? I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Mr. Little. I won't be around forever. Patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. In my casebook, look up fever and tell me how many conditions are listed. The symptom of... wait a second. Gee, there's 8 of them. The diagnosis is fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means you have to find the others and narrow down the search. And do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. This, Mr. Little, is known as the differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to only find the correct solution to our problem. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get it down then. You look pale, ma'am. How's your skin been like this since birth? Or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in the boiler room and all. But I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do nothing so pale. Me, I'm a commoner. Pallor isn't typical for you. Well, the markings that are the symptoms. Mr. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? A mere 2 conditions, down from 8. It's like magic. Single symptom pallor. Eliminated 6 out of our 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did these hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean, the bruise over here next to your wrist. Did you bump into something? Or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry. There's nothing to embarrass about when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I've never seen it before. I can't remember anything like you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. Must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it in the fuss. Boiler room is dark and cramped. There's probably a bruise where the bruise is from. Mr. Dankovsky, I'm seeing this hematoma. This fancy bruise on your list. Be with us, Mr. Little. Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What clues it, who's susceptible, etc. Give us useful clues. Got it. When in doubt, read about the condition in detail. Practicing the medicine takes more than checking symptoms. Against a list, with a schoolboy's diligence, you can bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you have a garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all, from roses to cucumbers? Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all, Doctor. No, I've never liked digging or shoveling earth like that. There, earth. Does the boiler room you've relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right. It doesn't have a... It does, yeah. It's got an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but in these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, Doctor? About the earthen floor? Earth. There was something about the earth in the manual. Wish I could remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. Bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force, as in this case, or, as in this case, an illness. The infection can be contracted from contact with the earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Mr. Yankovsky. Oh, you. But have you picked up on the logic? What to do? It is very house MD. What's the word for it? I don't actually think it works very well in real life, but it's good for fiction, where you do like detective work. The Sherlock Holmesian, like, you've got a bit of mud on your trouser. That means that you work as a gardener. I can tell. And it's like there could be billions of reasons for that, but it does make more sense as a doctor, I guess. Have you picked up on the logic? What to do in order, interview, examination, follow-up interview, and then you consult the casebook. Bravo to you, anyway. You're a true master of medicine. The patient has the sandpest alongside. What other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, and then you can read my verdict. What happens to me, Doctor? Am I to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation and your blood will be used for vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this. So, not skin redness. In heart. So, hematomas. Wait, it's there as well. Anemic vasculopathy. Infectious disease caused by microorganisms from... I've always called it steppe. Is it steep? They said steep. Soil entering the bloodstream. Cases of airborne transmission are also reported. By confirmation, infection leads to anemia, which can manifest as patient pallor, muscle weakness, and weight loss. Okay. Occasionally, patients may experience localized bleeding and hematomas. Yeah. It's almost my name as well. I'd be kind of annoyed if it was pronounced differently. Acute cases display burst capillaries on the eyes and high fever. This group's peasant, ploughmen, grave diggers, and other various types of people working with soil. Fever, actually. Cool. From diagnosis, hold X, and then you close the casebook. And I'll click on the fever button. Ah, no. Okay, oh, I'm just doing it somewhere else, aren't I? Whatever. Oh, the day's work. Next. You gonna burn me? Where did you get that idea? Not exactly a secret. That does make sense. On Reddit, when the trailer came out, people asked in the chat, are these like temporary voices? And so somebody came in and said, oh yeah, these are temporary, we're still hiring people. And somebody in the chat was just like, oh, I'm a voice actor, can I apply? And I was like, I could do a voice. I feel like I've got a pretty good voice. I could do a posh person's voice. It's easy, but I don't have any like. there's a website that does the wibbly woos. I was like, oh, I could be a voice actor. I could get in there. It's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. Someone's house is under suspicion. It's torched. Someone sneezes. The entire town's district sealed off. Sick and healthy folk alike. When there's doubt about the healthy person, it's the isolation ward. Then who do we have? Then those who have the sandpest are marched off and buried. What were your ailments before the epidemic broke out? Did you have any constitution of an ox? Really? None? A cold maybe? Weak spells, fainting, rashes, mottled vision, the occasional itch. Mr. Tony here told me I could be useful to you before I die, that is. He said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood from me? All right then. Where did they bring you in from? Walked here from home. Caught it from my neighbours. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbours' screams stopped in the middle of the night. Went to check on them in the morning. They were all dead. Me? I was alive and walking. Now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, Doctor? I come in useful. What's your vocation? Modiah. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, next it's blue, then yellow. Could that be why the fever of yours doesn't do anything? Toxic pigments. It's a possibility. The peeling skin he mentioned, unlikely to be the stone disease. More likely eczema. Heartbeats too fast. That could be a personal trait. Why do I have the option to do this? Just go, way, way. This reminds me of Papers, Please as well. I sort of appreciate it's sort of impersonal and rude. I also like that. This is interesting. Skin is yellowed. Something wrong with the liver? Is that jaundice, or is that... I tell you what, I'll do it in the follow-up conversation. Have you sorted it out, Doctor? Will I be useful in your remedies? Wait a bit, please. If I don't write these symptoms down in your patient record, our conversation would be in vain. So much work, no way to memorize it all. Okay, sorry, it wants to please write it down. Okay. Having to go through this entire list is certainly a thing. He has a fast pulse. See? It's the exact opposite of that. Rapid pulse. Yeah. yellowing of the skin. There we go. So none of them match up. Hi, vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. Please, allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course. Sandpest thing in it? Plague, yes. But there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself, your neighbours didn't survive the night. You're still holding up admirably. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I had 1. Yeah, it's like The Simpsons with the, oh, I forgot the Mr. Burns and the, I've forgotten the comedians, the 3 silly folk. But you know best, Doctor. What you want to question me, right? Question all you want. You complained that the skin on your chest was peeling. It was here, right? In the very middle. I knew right away skin turns nasty when you're plagued. It's not always like that. May I take another look? I'm not sure what this is. Oh, I forgot to write down the eczema. Has he got 3 things wrong with him? Questions for you? Eczema, that much is obvious. The symptom can indicate 1 of 2 diseases. Now to tell them apart. Skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions that cause this. Have you noticed anything like that? Yellowing on my foot? That's dye, Doctor. I'm a dyer. Tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old. It's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Yakov, little. Where is he when he's needed? He should see a symptom disproven. He's always putting all sorts of things into the chart, diagnosing every disease in the world. That all? You got more questions? Please give me a hand. I'll take your pulse. I believe I've noticed the heart behaving erratically. Too fast. Began running not too long ago, Doctor. Can hear it myself flashing like it's caught in a snare. Too fast indeed. But now it's all clear? Your pulse and eczema together give a clear picture, yes. Fine, I was afraid I kicked the bucket without helping any science. You'll help. Okay. Let's take off yellowing. Burning fever. This school stop, take it all. So I need more manic tie. I'll kick this.
Can't think like that.
And the story of my life and times up to the present moment, and that's the story of my life and the time. But why do you need all these details from me? Half an hour's worth of talking, and it was all besides the point. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sandpest can't get me, because I certainly can't find that. Because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning, but only if I can correctly identify your other illness. Sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Right, Gimsky corked the termitory shut. You've been guarding it for 6 days, since Tuesday. This is the 3rd time you've asked me. May I ask why you distrust me so? The termitory is a town within a town. Almost 3,000 workers. What did your authorities fear that made them lock up so many people inside? Who knows? At first, they'd said it'd been a blowout of some kind of sweet soot. Settled on the walls later, looked like mould. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees, and how they respond to things. As soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. Might be a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps, on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know. What are the people in there saying? They're shouting, lots of clamour, and a nasty kind of clamour, too. It's what you'd expect, they're not having a great time stuck in the middle of there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough to drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it were up to you, if it were up to me... Then what? Yes. Can't knock up living creatures against his will. That's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try so much as hinting at that to our old Gimsky, yes man. They're dead drunk on power. Used to be all the right working for them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Alright, let me ask you this then. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hard as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy, my knees give out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? Don't take great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Disrobe, down to the undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. Since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. The lockdown of yours is making people seethe. I know cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. Prepared to be I would certainly take note of this pertinent critique if I had any other options. Strange redness. Rash bites. Something else? Red spots on his face too. Okay, this time I'm gonna do the notebook. So redness. Is that skin? Okay. I'm assuming I can be caught out by this. The vein's definitely damaged. The question is, how old is the damage? Okay, that is like blood vessels? I don't know. Vein damage. Ooh. Twirine syndrome. Infection by microorganisms found in the twire sprouts, product derived from the twire, consequence of abusing twire-based alcohol products. Twirine. The patients experience muscle weakness, sweating, depressed mental state, migraines, dizziness, often accompanied by gastrointestinal symptoms, to 8 to 12 hours of exacerbation, hallucinations, photophobia, and seizures frequently manifest. Allergic reactions such as skin reddening, yellow may occur. In more severe cases, intoxication. Epileptic seizures occur. In extreme cases, it can lead to breathing difficulties, coma, and death. Risk groups: alcoholics, inhabitants of the steppe. The veins are definitely damaged. Okay, so the vein damage is the most important thing, so it could be these still. It's not measles. Oh, he's gonna get hallucinations regardless. Noted a symptom you can ask a patient about. Okay. Let me go, will you, Doctor? I don't understand all this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I've got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. Used to guard up people, and now I've been knocked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's kind of the joke life plays. It's not the same, frankly. I don't see the point of dormitory lockdown. It's desperation from the old Gimskis. Meanwhile, here you can serve the common good through the vaccine. I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood or maybe take pills? Before we get to the blood and pills, there'll be a few questions ready to answer for you. Told you my entire life story, Doctor. What do you want me... You still want more? Ask away then. How long have you had those red spots on your skin? I've had clear skin, me. It's not a clear skin life over here. Although, let me think. Actually, those spots you're pointing out are brand new. You hadn't noticed them yourself. I suppose that's asking too much from a worn-out working commoner. What's that you're muttering on about? The veins on your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed them before? Legs? That's from away from all the time I spent standing up. It's my job as security guard, 16 hours standing every day. Gimski won't give us a spare stool to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. Working as a guard can easily cause the mundane case of varicose veins. On the other hand, at least 3 promising diagnoses on the vaccine front can manifest as vein issues. Quite lost in thought, Doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around little old me being at the centre of this brouhaha. There is an syndrome that fits the description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis, and in what quantities? Quantities best described as God forbid. My line of work, you must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drink of myself. Your moral fibre is of no concern to me. To drink or not to drink is a personal choice. Mine is purely a medical interest. I'm telling you, it's not regular. I don't have the habit, period. Oh, I see. No, I can't in good conscience put my stamp on a diagnosis. Don't have enough information. Without home inspection or neighbours' testimonies, I'm going to your house, sir. My house? Why on earth, Doctor? I can understand talking to me, filling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home like some bandit. What did I do wrong? Please understand, in order to create a vaccine that can save several hundred people, I must establish what you're suffering from besides the sand pest. Whoa. Not at all what I expected from a man of medicine. Going off to break into my house, imagine that. Don't worry, I won't touch anything. I just need to take a look around. I'm totally gonna touch things. He lives there.
Misophonia, Denkovsky.
Ah. Oh, there's an upstairs. I'm assuming there's nothing up here. Kearney Read Bena Guy Menti Erdem. Amaka Medine Ug. I'm not. He wishes you many years of life, Erdem. The bulls I vaccinated yesterday. Have you bought them? Yama. I can't say. Alright, that whatever that line is, I can't read it. Amaka. They're saying things behind my back. The bulls were stolen, Erdem. Kalesh Turande Bakanid Kud Bakande Boloko. Or maybe your bulls perished? Even Mother Bodo knows where. Deep breaths, Stankovsky. Deep breaths. Count to 10. Only a fool loses his temper. Where are my fucking balls? Okay. Consumables can be kept within reach. Fair enough. I need more mania, right? Oh, he lives there. Yesterday's carelessness and short-sightedness might show disease and death were to be determined. Okay, hang on. Yes, that's how they dress around here. Locals don't even turn their heads. I suppose the big city ways would seem wild to them. People in masks? People in masks? People in masks? The fuck are they? Ooh. Is this ray tracing or is that just another image? It checks it, the arch with the clocks, okay.
Rewind. Enough.
To plot a route, select the district name. I will mark where I want to go. Oh wow, that's different. I want to go to Schooner. What's this? Time saving in my Pathologic? Oh, probably because not all the districts are in the game. Dangerous districts require attention. They cannot be traversed using the map. You'll have to find an arch of a clock that isn't blocked. Flower the Changeling. Wait, I just saw her mother.
Ugh. It's so cold, isn't it? Like, cold.
Listen to me, Bachelor, please. Just set our differences aside. They're accusing me of being the Sand Plague itself. Oh, dearest colleague, how dare they? You must have been hurrying here so you could heal and bless the sick with your sainted touch. Don't laugh at me. You know I'm helping you. We're in this together, working towards one goal. We're just different so we can do it in our own ways, or however we can. Just yesterday you were hissing at me and assuring me that you had power over death. That you hold us all in your hands. That you can bind and destroy, didn't you? Remind me, please. It wasn't me. Not me, but my double, my twin sister. I didn't know. I've told you. In that aspect of yours too, he didn't believe me for some reason, even though he did see us two together. These are the orderlies who arrested you, right? If you came from the outside of the district, they would have sent you away, so you must have snuck out from the inside. The other way around, I just feel where the infection will erupt next. I go there to help. Please, you have to believe me. Only I had a single reason to believe you. If anyone, it's she who's ruining my reputation, my twin sister. She must be here somewhere. Try looking around, you might be able to catch her. Will you believe me then? Well, she's just going to say the same thing. No one has ever seen the two of you together, not even Barack. Neither will I. These poor devils are looters. They just kept coming in today. There was a rumor that an out-of-town bandit was packing firepower. He'd been getting busy here, till suddenly he wasn't anymore. Can't shoot the sound pest, you know. Everyone fancies a firearm these days, so they're flocking to the mortal remains like moths to a flame. Did you find him? The fellow with the gun? Why bother finding that scum? He's lying around here somewhere, waiting to be collected. We've got enough on our plate with all these would-be scavengers. No time for revolvers at all. Do you want extra patrolmen here? We're managing, for now. Those muffs had a little ammo on them, and pilfered odds and ends. When your fool stuffed his knapsack full of tin spoons. Probably never seen the real silver in his life. Everything of value has been sent to the town hall. We kept the ammo. Send the ammo to the town hall. I don't know why you'd do this, but fuck it. There's a grey-haired little man there. Name's Crow or Jackdaw or some such. Have it delivered to him specifically. Ooh. Map. I'm assuming this is the correct route. The plague fog conceals danger. Equip the prototype.
Damn them.
Hold, Oh. Ones lying on the ground cannot be saved, only relieved from suffering if I help them in their pack. Oh, fuck! Oh, I didn't get to beat what I said.
More thoughts. More thoughts.
Euthanasia requires the same resources of combating my own mind. Correct dose must be administered. Injected drugs shift the cursor along the gauge. You must land within the highlighted zone before the dying person's heartbeat spikes. Overdosing will amplify suffering. Must alleviate it. I don't know what that grey means. Was that the wrong direction? I'm sorry, I don't quite get this. Looks like I'm trying to get it the other way. Where did I... Patient's passage away, it was swift and painless. Huh. Do you have any loot? While apathy is high, time itself will I the will to live, the amalgam slipped through the fingers without amalgam the other days. What?
Think, damn it.
Oh, I'm past.
Keep quiet in the library.
Oh, I was not watching my health. You know, I want to make sure I picked everything up. Really? To me it sounded like he was asking a question. He asked, could it be Erdem that if your kindness were weighted against your wisdom, the wisdom would outweigh it? That it was his question more or less. Tell him not to worry, wisdom would be the heavier one for certain. Where are the bulls from yesterday? Bulls were stolen or dead, yes. Okay. Not sure how I died last time, but...
lot.
I take like a less silly route.
It wasn't me. Don't glare at me like that.
Once I learned that you woke up in the eve of the epidemic in an empty grave with no memory, you seemed the perfect candidate for patient zero. Okay. Plague follows you wherever you go. Well, apathy is high, time itself, the will to live, and the amalgam slip through my fingers without amalgam. Other days of the story become inaccessible. Okay.
Weird, but tolerable.
Like, they've got colours, but there's nothing on here that indicates the colours. I see you.
Boiling, crackling, screeching.
Alright, this is starting to make sense now. I sort of like that you're not balancing like 17 things at once, but there's just sort of more pressure in the individual area, if that makes any sense. Might not be a way to cut through like I thought there would be. How did I get in? This isn't the way I came. Ah, they hide people. No, that's not the way. How the where the fuck did I come through? Fuck. Hey, look at me, Doctor. Make sure to take a good look. Are you upset with something? Upset? Well, he is upset. Listen, I can't talk to you about important matters when you can't get a hold of yourself. Wait a moment, how did you escape the orderlies? Well, you're beside yourself, Doctor. Your senses are out of tune. You don't even understand which world you're in. You're looking at me here and you see who knows what. I'm tired of all this. All I see is another person I don't want to deal with. You're apathetic, that makes you powerless, your mind is lazy and idle. How can you recognize truth in such a state? Perhaps you're right, I'm moving forwards, but I've lost understanding as to why. I know that you're going to ask me, but you won't hear my answer, you won't understand it. Same goes for your other questions about Simon Kane, for example, about how you can win, about the fate of your poor Thanatica. Are there really two of you? Yes, and if you're being honest, then no. Just as I thought. Watch your head, dear Bachelor. Watch it closely. Find a balance. Extreme mental states can skew reality. What you see is not what it is. People turn their wrong side at you. Disease is falling right into your lap. But you turn your back and hunt its shadow. Giving you good advice here. It's alright. I'm no stranger to working with a dozen truthful contradictions. I'm a scientist after all. Okay, what? I worry that I'm going to have to come out there.
Think.
Okay. Now that's a dead end, isn't it? Fine, whatever. Yeah, that's totally the route I took. Clinging to his routine, could have stayed at home and not risked it. Or was that my health on the right there? Is that bad or good? I can't tell, because I don't know what it looks like when it's full. It couldn't have. Wouldn't be able to help either. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's take some medicine. And we'll find out. I cannot tell what changed. I hadn't actually lost that much, I don't think, but whatever. We're learning. Locals used to barter. Here they exchange microbes.
More thoughts. More thoughts. More thoughts. My head hurts enough as it is.
Signs of signposts, just signs of being beaten at life on the margins of society. Not this one.